Hey everybody, Ananias here. We're gonna try this again. Uh, I've tried recording a game several times this morning, and so I think I might have it fixed. We'll see. Okay, so moving on here, uh, through the doorway there. Let's head this direction. Now, I had really been hoping on kind of starting from scratch, I guess you could say, as far as um, remembering, well, I guess lack remembering, um, just kind of moving forward with everybody at the same time. But unfortunately, my computer had other other things in mind. Now, you can barely see this crank right here. As a matter of fact, the first couple times I had tried it this or played this morning, I totally missed that. But I remember playing this, God, years and years ago, of course, and I remember finding that crank way after I was supposed to. Um, coming back, kind of looking for this, that, or the other, um, and stumbling upon it, and just getting really frustrated and aggravated that it was that hidden. Um, but anyway, okay, so. Alright, coming upon this, and of course this will all be explained later, but there's a death right here. Okay, I'm going to save. Let's see, I loaded that one up. Okay, I'm going to save it here. Yeah. Okay. Go through here. I'm going to show you guys a death. Now, I can't control him right here, and I was trying to see if maybe I could get close to him doing something like this. I'll be able to hit him, but I don't think this is how this is supposed to work. Anyway, so bagpipe alien guy got me. Okay, so we're gonna load up game one here. All right. So, unfortunately, what's happened in the loss of all these games that I've tried this morning, unfortunately, with the saving and this and that, I basically have missed what happened in this screen here. There were two little mushroom people that came to attack me, and the girl that had been chained up in the dungeon that I had released, and she turned into a wolf type creature, jumps in there and tries to, or well, not tries, but does protect me. And basically, there's a voice over there that tells them, don't attack him. This is the prince. He rescued me, etc., etc. Um, but that's kind of the big scene, I guess you could say, that got missed, unfortunately. So I want to kind of show you guys this little walkway here. I honestly, the first time I went through this, I thought that I just kind of got some scenes mixed up. I thought there was a scene here where you can kind of see something in the background that really I never was able to figure out what it meant when I was little, but it was in the wrong spot. So I'll point that out later. Obviously, this is some type of altar type situation. And I think, if memory serves, this is kind of the platform that takes you up to the last boss, I think. But I may be misremembering. But I went through all the items, and there doesn't seem to be anything I can do here right now. So I guess the idea here is I'm going to load that previous save. Here we go. Just to kind of save some time to get back out of there. Um, so we'll go back across this bridge. One thing I remember playing this back in the day, whenever I would move forward, there would be these little lines on the background that would kind of blur, sort of, and then I would stop, and everything looked, well, like it does here. It looked very good. Um, and would kind of like look solid. And here it looks solid the whole time, and I think it was probably just the TV I was playing on. Um, is my guess. It was just kind of a crappy television or a TV that just couldn't handle it at the time, I guess. Okay, so now one thing that I do remember, um, even before, playing this half a dozen times this morning, was that that crank I picked up goes in that little hole right there. But I'm going to show you what it looks like beforehand. Here's the bridge, or well, what will be the bridge. That little gray section right there. Um, to kind of give you a hint that there's something amiss. Okay, so and if you notice, he put the crank back in his hand. Sometimes when you use an item after you use it, it's totally gone. But in this case, he puts it back in his pocket. Um, all right, so let's hit on in here. Now the music changes. It's kind of that nice, pleasant type music to kind of, I guess, sort of let you know that there's nothing dangerous, I guess, about to happen. So let's chat with this guy. A little voiceover, if I remember.
Excuse me. Hello? Where am I? Oh, who are you? How did you get here? By the bridge? Then you must have the crank they took from me. Have you the crank? If you will give it to me, I have something for you.
Okay, so he wants the crank that I used to come over here. I think what I'm probably gonna do. I'm not sure what he gives me. I cannot remember. So I hate to hand him the crank yet. I guess I could save it, and give him the crank and all that good stuff. I wish I could name these saves, but I've only got 3 of them. So I think what I'm gonna do is just leave, keep the crank on me, and then if I get stuck, I'll just come back and give him the crank. So it's well, and the thing of it is, this is the kind of game where you might be able to use that crank later, somewhere else, before you bring it back to him. So I just don't remember. And that's kind of cool because this game is so neat and just so interesting that, of course, that's where we came in here. Is that it's really fun to kind of rediscover this stuff, especially, well, if you grew up like I did in this time period, um, where this kind of game just kind of captivated your imagination. So let's hit up this way here, just so we can kind of check this out. I don't think there's anything I can do here yet. Okay. Evil Shrine. Um, that was an idol. I know. I think I know where I'm supposed to use this idol, and it's not here. I don't remember though what I'm supposed to do there, but I wanted to show it to you, just so at some point you might be able to help me out. And that one didn't come after my shins like the other one did. Take off one of my legs. So let's save it. Okay. All right, and we're in the town here, obviously, and I'm pretty sure this is kind of a big loop. Because of the other times I've played, I know you can walk into doors and it should open. It should open for you if you just walk into them. But I also noticed that just like there, you can walk into like an alley type deal there and kind of circle around. So we'll come back to that. Let's stay on this street and we'll pursue some of those other paths in a little bit. Okay, can't go through that door. Let's try this one. Okay, I'm not controlling him here. He's walking over to the proprietor.
I'm Leo, and you're in Leo's Curio Shop. Want some extra gold to line your pockets? I have a magic box here, and I want you to take it to the sage in the woods. He'll give you a note, and you bring the note back to me. You do that for me, and I'll pay you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so I need to take that purple box to a sage in the woods. Let's see what. Yeah, that is Prince Eric. Okay, here we go. Magic box, sage. Don't feel like opening it. Okay, well, fair enough. So let's see what else he has on the counter here. We have a ball of yarn, comb, coarse hair, and a squeak toy. Alright, and a mysterious idol. Okay. Fair enough. And sage in the woods. Okay. Alright, so let's continue. Now, this does open up to another road, or another, street, as opposed to an alley looking place as well, so kind of take a look at that there real quick. Alright, and then this is the tavern. That, again, the only reason I know is that I've played this half a dozen times now. Okay, so this guy right here, he's got something under his foot. That little green and brown splotch there. That's a little turtle. And I remember this guy very well. Go ahead and play his voice here.
I'll bet I have the fastest turtle in the kingdom. A gold piece to anybody whose turtle can beat mine. Come on, who's gonna take me on?
You can race turtles with this guy. You can find a turtle. I don't remember where, but I do remember racing a turtle against him, which I am actually really looking forward to. Really looking forward to that. So, all right. So I'm really hoping this voiceover works in particular. I'll explain what happens, or what happened after you speak with her.
Yes. Rosebud.
We are members of the Cal Torlin Underground, and we meet here when we think it's safe. We know you didn't kill your father, Prince Eric. We know it was a plot by Belisar to gain power. His evil henchmen are everywhere, and people are afraid. He's been asking a lot of questions about Shadowgate.
Okay, so she kind of hinted at Shadowgate there. We really don't know what that is specifically. Belshazzar, obviously, he's the guy that the advisor that killed your father and is trying to marry your sister. But one thing there, whenever your character Eric says Rosebud, that's what you learned from the guy being tortured in the first video. It was in the basement there. I don't know why your character knew to tell her, but remember me saying that you didn't have to write it down. Your character just says it. I don't know, as I mentioned then, I don't know if you didn't speak with him, meaning him, the tortured guy, if you would still tell her that, that password. I don't know. I don't think I ever tested that. So let's go ahead and head on out of here. But one thing that was mentioned over here in the curio shop was gold, and you do use money here and there to purchase this, that, and the other, to different items to use later in the game. So let's see, what's this guy doing here? Deep in thought. Well, let's bother him.
Good day, young man. You must be new to this countryside. Well, you've come on a fine day, or it would be. Except it seems something isn't quite right. Just this afternoon, for example, I saw our former King's Aide Belisar with the young Princess Elizabeth, and she appeared distraught. I just don't know what to make of it. Strange happenings in our fair land.
Okay, don't really know if he says that much worthwhile. I don't really remember. But I do know you can go right down here, and I'm going to save it right after I change screens here. Okay, so I'm not going to go any further right here. So hopefully everything took better this time. Um, I'll check it out. I really do hope that it did. So as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be more than happy to continue playing this, and I'd love to keep playing some other stuff. So everybody, take care.